Hi, my name is Judy. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to start I guess it'll be probably a three-part, 2 or 3 parts, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to say, so I'm sort of guessing as to how long it will take me. But this is something a lot of people wonder about. And I am not in any way an expert. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a physicist. I'm just some lady who really likes quantum physics and really likes spirituality and things that have to do with that. I'm sorry, I have a hair in my eye. And I know I probably should just turn the camera off and start over, but I like to be authentically myself. So I want to talk a little bit about the Big Bang Theory. Not the television show, that's really good too. I will follow this video up with a more scientific explanation, although really well done and fun to watch. I found a lot of scientific stuff on YouTube about the Big Bang Theory. The problem is most of it is just full of so many scientific words that most of us probably would go, huh? So I thought, well, let's find something fun. So I did find something fun that really, really explains things fairly well. And I've done a lot of reading on this because I didn't want to just come here and just, guesstimate what happened. And I have my own theory, of course I do, because why not? But as far as science is concerned, there are 2 theories, but most, I would say 98%, lean toward the idea of the Big Bang Theory, starting the universe. There are some that say the universe didn't need to start because it never wasn't. And that is one way of seeing it, I suppose, depending on what you're looking at. But the Big Bang Theory states that there was basically a ball of energy, and it was small. It was like a tennis ball size, and it was super duper hot, and it didn't actually bang. Although sometimes you'll see that when you have to talk about the Big Bang, you see this whoosh explosion, kind of like beautiful fireworks going off. And it could have very well been that way. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm just guessing. But from what the scientists say, it could have been a bang, but it probably was just a little ball that sort of slowly expanded and continues to expand as we sit here and listen to me talk. So, and in that expansion, it happened rather quickly. It didn't even take as long as I just took to do this. The expansion then grew, basically, eventually. Protons, neutrons, atoms, people down the road. But, so the Big Bang Theory is not against religious theories of like Darwin or something like that. Well, Darwin's not religious, is it? What I'm thinking more about is Adam and Eve and things like that. You have to understand that in the Bible and in many of religious texts, these are stories that were created to help people understand. So they're metaphors, parables. They're not real. It wasn't really a man and a woman created by God, and a snake told her to eat the apple. That was all symbolism. And I know that there's people out there right now who just think I'm going straight to hell, but it really was. There's a lot of things about, religion that have nothing to do with the things we think about it, Anyway, that's a whole other video. I don't know whether I'll even make it. There was one I really, really wanted to talk about, and I keep forgetting to make it, but let's do the Big Bang for now, since I started it. So in this ball of energy, and that's all there was no matter. There was just energy, which really, I've talked about that, right? Everything, all matter is still made up of energy. So in reality, the bottom line is everything's energy, so that's really all there is anyway, right? But it has different forms now. Back then, with this little hot ball of energy, it really was just energy. And then, of course, it expanded and things grew out of that, and planets were eventually formed, and, here we are. And the question always has been, well, if the Big Bang Theory is true and something, kind of exploded, slow-mo explosion, where did that come from? Where did that big ball of 14,000 million degree energy come from? I mean, it must come from somewhere. And so this is where God comes in, right? Because we don't have an explanation, and guess what? Scientists don't either. They have to leave it to, it's a question that will be answered some other time, maybe. Maybe it will never be explained. This is what scientists say. And I think this is where, I don't want to say religion, because religion is a whole other, religion's man-made. Do you know what I mean? It's a man-made thing. Spirituality or oneness with the universe. We have to wonder why, if God was a little ball of light, of heat, why did he bother blowing up, And again, I come to that idea that perhaps the only reason we can only go as far as the Big Bang is because we don't understand. It's beyond our human minds to really comprehend what God was, is, will be, or where the universe even is. I mean, let's be honest, it could be, a lot of universes. Many, many videos ago I talked about how we are like cells in the body of God. And it occurred to me that every single galaxy, Milky Way galaxy, Andromeda galaxy, all these galaxies that are in our universe, maybe they are like subatomic particles, cells in the body of God, which makes us very tiny. And if those are the cells in the body of God, how darn big is the body of God? It could be that even our galaxies are a part of something bigger, like a universe. And maybe there are so many universes, and all of those make up God. I mean, it just goes, it can keep going, right? So I guess we need to kind of bring it down a little bit, because it's hard to even wrap your mind around the idea that all of this is like this small compared to what it really is. And all we know is that it's energy. And it has vibrations. And there are connections between all things. We know that. This is all scientifically proven. But can we really ever explain the Big Bang and what happened? Perhaps not. My theory is that, of course, God is all energy, and I don't know why he would have wanted to bang. Oh, you could take that a couple of different ways, I guess. You know what I mean. But if there was a big bang, maybe it just felt like banging. I don't know. I don't know. There's a purpose, I'm sure, to something that we cannot explain. And I don't think we have to know every detail, do we? But there's one thing I do want to talk about. I want to talk about soulmates. And you know, for most of my life, I did not get it. I was like, one person out there for everybody, and just seemed irrational to me. But I have learned a lot in the past really in the past year I've learned a lot. So the next video I do is going to be on soulmates, and there are two different kinds of soulmates, and then there's another type of connection people have that I would call spiritual partner relationship. And some people think of that as a soulmate, but it's really kind of a different situation. So I'm going to try to explain the three of them, where they came from, and what the heck is going on now. I think it'll only be one more video. I think I can get all that into one. So in the meantime, enjoy the really fun video that talks about the Big Bang right below this. And don't forget to subscribe, hit your little notification bell, and hey, how about giving me a like? I could use a like today. Thank you very much, and I will see you and your soulmates when I return.